Mm-hmm. Wouldn't it be under videos?
Should be going right now.
Up, live now. There we go.
What do you see?
I see the interior, but it looks like we're on like a 20-second delay. Oh, you know what? It's just me. I'm behind here.
Oop. My head just got flipped around.
Okay, both of those switches are good.
Mm-hmm.
Need to be over on your APU on the left-hand side.
My APU on the left-hand side. What am I looking at here?
Near your throttle. The actual APU generator switch.
Oh, this one. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Nope.
what I was missing.
Well, maybe I'm on a 10-second delay here. You also need to make sure those fuel delivery switches are up. The boost pumps and the fuselage pumps, left and right.
Okay.
Once your APU is at 100%, which it now is, make sure you turn on your APU generator power switch. That'll supply power to the rest of the aircraft off your APU. Have you contacted Tower, got question or permission for startup?
Yeah, I can do that right now.
Hog 1-1, request startup. Hog 1-1, cleared for startup. Wind 275 at 7 meters per second.
All right.
Okay, you can move your left engine and unindent it into the idle position.
Oop.
If you check your RPM gauge on your left engine, when you're throttling at about 60% or so, you can flip up the left generator switch for the left engine. That will now supply electrical to the rest of the aircraft, and you're going to get a master caution warning, which is telling you basically to turn off your APU generator switch.
All right, I started my left engine first.
Correct.
All right. I'll pop my right one.
Yeah, you can. You can also start it too.
that generator switch up too, right?
Technically, the aircraft is being powered off of just your left engine right now, but when you flip that switch for the right one, it's, if your left one goes down, you don't lose power.
Right on.
Anti-skid, also do your taxi lights on your front. Also do your exterior lights. Technically, you should have been doing that before you actually started up your aircraft, setting your exterior lights so that way ground crew know that you're starting up your engine and you're not burning anybody parking equipment and stuff behind your aircraft. Although the A10 sits up pretty high, so the exhaust is not really going to hit anything, but
Alright, anti-skids up. Landing lights on.
external lights are over on the right-hand console all the way to the aft. And then obviously you can set the pinky switch on your throttle to the aft position as well, and that basically will set your lights to indicate off of your panel and what you're setting on your panel. Position flashers, you can put those on. Formation lights all the way on, and anti-collision on.
Alright.
Those 5 knobs that you kind of seem to be fucking with there, those are interior lights, flood. Yeah, flood and the panels.
Roger. Well, they should be on now.
Yep. Go ahead and turn on your KICU and your IGGY switches so that way your system starts powering up and you start getting your Naviline.
Iggy's down here, ain't it? Yeah.
Both of them are just below your CDU.
Alright, well, my KICU I got. Where's the Iggy at?
The ones that you're doing right now, to me, which is a 10-second delay, those are for basically your MFCDs. You want to be underneath your CDU on your right-hand console. There's 2 switches there. That's basically will turn on your actual computer system, your CDU.
Right, so I got the KICU, CICU, and then what else? Where's the Iggy switch at?
Underneath your CDU.
They're going to be on your right-hand side, both of them underneath your CDU.
Oh, there we go. Now it's starting to come back to me a little bit.
Yeah, the ones on the front console, those are for the left and right MFCDs. And technically, those won't power up until you actually turn on your actual displays, which are up there. You can put them in night mode or you can put them in day.
Alright, what about my SAS switches? Don't I need those on?
Yeah, you can. You can do those at any time. And you can actually fly with SAS off. However, it is a stabilization system that helps you put your GAL onto target. So, I mean, it is kind of necessity, but it's not at the same time. Without the SAS on, you will not be able to have your autopilot to engage.
Roger.
You can turn your JTARS switch up and yeah, you can also set it to test mode as well. Those are going to be your 3 switches underneath your left MFCD. You have one of them on. You need to put the other one in the affirmative and then also the other one into the test mode.
Roger, did it. And then it's load all, right? Right, MFD?
Yeah, you can eventually, yes. Do you have on your aircraft loaded everything that you're going to take with you?
Yeah, I'm not gonna go crazy yet.
Okay. You can start your Bitch and Betty test by pressing the enter button up on your upfront controller.
Oh, that's right. I have to get my HUD all ready. I can't wait to get this working.
What's that?
My CDU.
Yeah. Go ahead and try to set your altimeter. Looks like your pressure's at 2992. You probably are going to want it somewhere near 2800 or so.
Altitude, altitude.
2800.
Roughly, it's gonna zero itself out once the pressure regulates with the temperature outside. And it's gonna be the left knob.
I'm working on it.
I think you can left click and drag up to go fast.
I'll just go to 2800. There you go. All right. I'll hit enter, exit. And then I have to do, which one of these do I have to do on my HUD?
I have a 10-second delay, so when you say these,
All
let
right.
me
I'm at the
wait
ground,
here and see.
ground bit. Or I just exit out of this too?
Yeah, you don't have to set anything in there. You can go to exit, or you can actually just flip it from test back into the on position.
Now I'm in a different menu. CCIP consent. The fuck?
Yeah, you don't hit anything on the upfront controller. Underneath the left MFCD, those three switches at bottom with the JTARs and everything, you want to make sure you move the one from the test into the on position. It's the far right of the three.
Oh, I do that. Alright, I got it. Nice. Alright. There, I'm done with that.
When you have that in the test mode, you can basically change some of the HUD settings and, the way the HUD reads and everything else. You can actually, change it over from metric to imperial.
Right, and I've done a few of that shit. This has been so long, holy fuck.
You can turn off your APU also, by the way, the APU power button. Both your engines are idling fine.
It's off.
On your right hand side, you need to turn on your oxygen.
Time.
You also need to flip up your pit tat heat. That's one thing that most people don't hit in the startups. Yeah, I don't think it's even functional technically in the DCS version, but it is a necessity in real flying.
Can't remember which one it is for the P-top. There it is.
It's on your environment. Yeah, it's on your environment panel.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, technically that temperature and pressure and switch right below that. You would also switch that in the up position to set the pressure inside the cabin since you have the canopy closed.
Alright. Alright, I'm at 4.008.
Okay, you hit the nav button. Once you hit the nav button, On your right next to your left throttle, you can flip up the AC into the arm position. You can also do your radar altimeter up. You also want to fix your altimeter. You're at negative 200 feet below sea level. Well, not technically even sea level, but below level.
Alright, and what over here by my left control? Or, oh yeah, it's right here. It's not, my EX not staying up though. There it is. Okay.
Yeah, you have to put it in nav mode, and then you also have to, right below the course heading dial up on the front, there's an IGI button. You have to press EGI to set it into IGI mode, which is the electronic guidance.
Okay, now I got GCAS. What the hell's that?
That's your radar altimeter.
Where do I change that?
Right next to the AC arm button. It's right next door.
Boom, got it. Alright.
Okay, check your panel again, make sure that you have no warnings.
Nope. God, it's been a long time for this shit.
Yep. Go into your TAD, make sure that you check your squadron and your unit ID.
Yeah, that is the under net, right?
Correct.
Own ID is 1, group ID is 01.
And if you're fine with that, that's what you're going to set it as.
If I do it, I use this panel up here, the top 04, and then I hit the net own ID, right?
You can use the upfront controller, or you can use the CDU.
Got it. 04. That's what I like to use. Uh-oh, let me see something here.
You can turn on your power to your targeting pod as well. You can, in fact, actually turn on everything except for the laser and the master arm. Both of those you should have off when you're on the ground, and especially when you're around ground crew. If you're lined up ready for a takeoff and you have nobody in the forward position, then you can turn on your laser arm, and master caution would be later when you're in combat zone.
Yeah, roger that. So. Should be good to move, huh?
Yep, you're looking ready.
Clear to taxi to runway 3. Hog 1-1.
Yeah, request taxi. Also set your course heading dial to your takeoff, which you should be on runway 3 left or 3 right, so you can change your course heading to 030.
All right.
Looks like you still have your targeting pod off. I would start to power that up just because it's nice to have that on and it doesn't overheat when it's on the ground.
There it is. It's on.
You also want to do, technically you should have done it before you start moving the aircraft, but you want to make sure that your ailerons, elevators, rudders work,
Oh, I did that.
and you also check your flaps, because right now looking at your flaps are in basically takeoff mode.
Are flaps supposed to be all the way up?
Well, supposed to, yes and no. You get a better run up. The A10 is slow as hell, and the engines have a real bad, run up speed. So technically, you can leave them in the takeoff position, and you're fine. but your ground speed's going to suffer, meaning you're going to get up to speed faster with them up, and then at about 140 feet, like 140 knots, you can then put them down to the takeoff position, and that'll help you rotate.
Okay. And I fucked up already. Went the wrong way.
You're going to make a left.
Yeah.
I'm 10 seconds behind or whatever, but
Yeah.
nope.
Hmm?
That, well, I don't know, you're spinning around. I'm 10 seconds behind here, and you're now heading, north on the taxiway, which is wrong. You want to be going south. Go back there by those B2s. All right, you're heading down Gulf.
Alright, I got a fucking problem already. I gotta stop. I got a double bind here or something. Yeah. So I do. There we go. Alright, do something here. Why the fuck is this on here? Son of a bitch.
If you like my body and you think I'm sexy.
Alright, good. That should do it.
Your stick is in the far left position.
Yeah, something was wrong with my controls. Hold on.
It's funny with this delay and stuff. You hear my voice come through, and it's like already been fixed. Turn on to alpha. And then take the active for either 3 right or 3 left. You have an asymmetric load. You have what, a Maverick or something over there?
Yeah, it was
And
just default loadout, dude. I'm just wanting to fly it. It's been a while.
yeah.
1-1. Unable to clear for takeoff. 1-1. You are cleared for takeoff when ready. Climb 300 at QFE 28.18.
Alright, put your brakes on, run up your motors.
Yeah, I did.
At about 140 knots, that's when you want to put your flaps down in the takeoff position. And then you want to start to rotate at about 148, 150. Once you go wheels up, make sure that you come level with the A10. You want to get above about 200 knots. In fact, actually, you want to get about to about 240 before you really start to climb. Yeah, so you're already in too steep of a climb already. I pitch my shit flat so that way there's, almost no drag, and then get the speed up as fast as I can and then pull up.
Roger. Alright, I'm pushing it now. There we go. I forgot how quiet this thing is. This fucking thing just wants to go nuts. Yeah, something ain't working here. There's another bind that's all fucked up.
Now, from what I can see right here, I'm not out the control, so I don't know, but it looks like you have an asymmetric load and you're going to get lift that's going to throw your aircraft off. I would just trim it out the best you can, and then that way you can tell if you're getting another input.
That's another problem, though, because I don't think it should be bound. View up slow, view down slow. Why is this on here? See, this ain't right. See, this should be on my rudder pedals. Pro flight rudder. What the fuck? There should be nothing there. Clear category. For sure. Now this, view up slow. Clear. 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 View down left slow. What the fuck? I don't want any of these. I don't use my stick to view anything. Oh, these should be my trim hat, right? What the fuck? Why are these like this? Left control. No. Clear. 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 See, okay. There's another problem solved. So I'm gonna trim this bitch out. Yeah, there we go.
You can arm your laser and gun and master arm now. You can also turn off your exterior lights. Oh, you already did that.
how this thing flies. I forgot.
Yeah, she's actually super nimble and light when she's
up,
not
pull
loaded
up.
down all the hell.
Altitude, altitude. Pull up, pull up. Pull up, pull up.
I'll be right back. My brother-in-law's downstairs playing catch with my son, and
I'm gonna try to
Ma.
take this in for a landing and drop
Cool.
her in. It's been a while, so.
Try to get it down to about 140 knots as you touch. You can probably even do about 130 with that load, but yeah, somewhere in that range, 140, 130. Be right back.
Alright.
Hog 1-1, inbound. Hog 1-1, fly heading 2945, QFE 28.1. Hog 1-1, request landing. Hog 1-1, cleared for visual, contact tower. Hog 1-1, request landing. Hog 1-1, clear to land, runway 21, wind 275 at 7 meters per second.
Altitude, altitude.